everyone. Welcome back to another episode of At America Live podcast with me, Sadila. I am one of the guides here in At America, the U.S. Embassy's American Center. Our podcast tonight is titled One Ocean, One Climate, One Future Together. We will be talking about issues on our marine environment with our two amazing experts here, Ibu Susi Pudjiastuti, former Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries of Indonesia, and also Kak Hamish Daud, Chief Marketing Officer and co-founder of Octopus Indonesia. But before we start, we have a little video here, so check this out.
Kita tidak jauh-jauh lagi, dekat-dekat saja di sini. Dia punya ikan itu macam-macam ikan kita dapat itu. Pakai mancing tuh, setelah sekarang kami sulit. Kita sudah ngaku, tapi kalau tidak ada SK sama saja. Kita mau kerjanya apa? Dan kalau sudah ada SK ini, tidak takut lagi. Sudah hukum sudah didukung tuh.
Ada dukungan dari masyarakat, ada dukungan dari pemerintahan desa, umpamanya ada aparat kepolisian, pulau air, itu mesti ada supaya bisa kita kerjasama.
Ada dampak keuntungannya untuk kita bisa mengurangi dalam arti kita bisa melindungi laut ini dengan bagus. Kita bisa paham bahwa sisi penangkapan berkelanjutan itu seperti apa.
Jangan cuma hari ini saja. Makin 2 kali makin dekat, makin 3 kali makin dekat. Ya, jangan cuma satu hari ini saja. Kalau bisa tahun bulan-bulan depan atau tahun depan harus lebih lagi.
Thank you so much, USAID, for creating the video as an introduction to our ocean. And now, without further ado, I will pass the mic to our lovely moderator. Over to you, Sarah Wayne.
Thank you very much, Shadila. Terima kasih, Shadila. Dan good evening everyone. Selamat malam semuanya di sini karena kita sudah ada live audience juga. Boleh tepuk tangannya, maybe, to see the enthusiasm on a Friday night. Dan kemarin tanggal 8 Juni, on the 8th of June, we have commemorated World Ocean Day. Kita baru saja memperingati Hari Laut Sedunia. Dan kita sebagai orang Indonesia pastinya mungkin diberkahi. We are very lucky. We have such a very rich marine ecosystem. Kekayaan laut kita itu luar biasa. Dan tugas kita juga, tanggung jawab kita semua untuk bisa menjaganya. Conservation, it has to be one of the top priorities. Dan bagaimana caranya pada hari ini kita akan membahasnya lebih lanjut lagi seperti katakan Shadila tadi dengan para experts atau para pembicara yang sudah hadir yang akan saya introduce even though I believe they do not need any introduction sebenarnya ya. Yang pertama boleh beri tepuk tangannya sudah hadir di tengah-tengah kita Hamish Daud, co-founder of Octopus Indonesia dan juga founder Yayasan Konservasi Indonesia Ocean Pride. Boleh tepuk tangannya. Apa kabar? How are you, Hamish?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for being here once again.
Thank you for inviting me.
And berikutnya, next, we also have with us today, sudah hadir di tengah kita, Ibu Susi Pudjiastuti, former Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries of Indonesia. Buat tepuk tangannya
Selamat
untuk Ibu
malam.
Susi. Ibu Susi selamat malam, terima
Selamat
kasih. Thank you for
malam.
being here, Ibu Susi. How
Terima
are you?
kasih untuk kesempatan sharing tentang ocean.
Pastinya kita sudah tidak sabar Bu Susi untuk gali lebih dalam lagi ilmu Bu Susi dan juga pengalamannya terkait bagaimana kita bisa menjaga laut kita. Nah, for those of you who are joining us here, please do join in the discussion. But since we are having this podcast online, please join us by asking your questions or probably posing your comments on our social media pages, which is Twitter, Instagram Live, and also our YouTube. Di situ silahkan kami undang semuanya, baik yang hadir juga secara virtual, yang sedang menonton dari YouTube, dari Twitter atau mungkin juga di Instagram, silahkan posting pertanyaan untuk dijawab oleh Hamish dan juga Ibu Susi. Dan pertanyaannya siap ya untuk ngobrol langsung dengan para netizen secara virtual, sudah biasa. Jadi langsung saja ini kita ngobrol santai-santai aja, tapi pastinya kita ingin menggali lebih dalam lagi karena ini merupakan sebuah isu yang pastinya sangat-sangat penting dan krusial untuk bagaimana kita bisa menjaga konservasi laut. Langsung saja mungkin sebelum kita masuk ke sesi tanya jawab dengan para penonton, Bu Susi dan Hamish, sebenarnya the importance of the ocean itself itu dari kacamata masing-masing itu seperti apa? Mungkin dari Ibu Susi terlebih dahulu.
Why ocean is important?
Yes.
Ya pasti karena planet kita sendiri itu 79% adalah laut. Bumi ini bulat, 75%-nya itu laut. Indonesia lebih lagi 79%-nya laut. So, kalau yang 21 di mana kita tinggal, 25% di mana kita tinggal dari planet ini kita anggap penting, masa yang 3 kali lipatnya nggak dianggap penting?
Tapi banyak yang suka lupa Bu Susi.
Ya karena we don't live on the ocean.
Right.
Tapi ocean ini impactnya sangat besar karena weather, karena kesehatan laut itu juga mempengaruhi banyak selain weather juga kepada kesuburan kan evaporasi udara menjadi hujan, hujan diperlukan oleh daratan dan juga laut itu kan sumber protein yang paling mudah, murah. Protein sangat penting untuk kita semua. Tidak perlu istilahnya kalau kita farming kan harus diadakan semuanya. Jadi ocean is the biggest part of this planet.
Right.
It has to be very important.
We really have to always remember how important it is for our lives dan juga keberlangsungannya.
Yeah.
Nah, Hamish, noting on that, how can we actually keep that in mind, or to probably educate people who tends to forget the importance of the ocean?
I love her passion. How good is it?
Who doesn't?
It's the best. It's the best. Yeah, itu fakta-fakta yang it was a bit of 101 on marine biology.
Right.
That's the truth. 79% is ocean, and we've only explored 5% of it. You know what I mean? Like but at the same time, we're destroying it in so many different ways. But how do we educate people? That's the good question. But for me, it's like sebagai negara maritim ya, let's go for Indonesia ya. Sebagai negara maritim, aku yakin ini nenek moyang kalian semua pelaut semua. But what's happened is we've gone through a generation change. I mean, I feel like a lot of people have been detached from the ocean, chasing goals, moving to the city. I feel like I always tell people just learn how to dive, go for a swim, go learn how to surf. Aku yakin kalau banyak yang belum comfortable sama laut, saat mereka lihat apa yang ada di bawah laut di Indonesia pasti kayak I want to protect it.
Right.
Pasti passionnya langsung berubah dan bisa lihat dari sudut pandang kita. I feel like a lot of people don't know what's under there. And once they see how amazing and how biodiverse our ecosystem is underwater, it's the most important ocean in the world, Indonesia. Sedangkan a lot of people don't know about this. So I always say, hey guys, just put a mask on, go underwater. Everywhere I go, I always bring a bunch of masks to give to the kids. I don't want to dictate or boss people around, but a lot of people just banyak yang nggak tahu aja. I feel like there's been a bit of a cultural shift, a bit of a detachment from our oceans.
Tidak mengenal maka tidak sayang. Tapi do people take the ocean for granted, Bu Susi? Oke, banyak yang suka diving, banyak yang sudah mulai mereka suka pergi ke laut melihat. Tapi when they go back to their hustle and bustle of their daily lives, apa nanti mereka lupa lagi? Apakah do we take things for granted? Dan bagaimana bisa merubah ini?
Ya, kita harus campaign
Mhm.
orang yang mencintai, yang sudah mengerti laut itu beautiful, amazing, it's wonder of the planet, not
Right.
of the world, but it's the planet where land is that's it.
Yeah.
You see it every day. But ocean is so much to explore.
Mhm.
So the people who knows, they should talk about it. They should campaign. They should encourage people to love it first.
Mhm.
And then after we can encourage them to guard. And then after we can also encourage people who already love the oceans, guarding the ocean, to care.
Mm.
Because caring, that's the one that is actually will take the oceans to be sustain
Mm.
the health, the the riches of what we can get from the ocean. Jadi, so we all have to campaign. We all have to talk about
Yeah.
it.
We all have to campaign. And from your perspective, you have been campaigning about the love for ocean.
I'm so people hate me 'cause
No.
all I do is preach. Nggak boleh begini, nggak boleh begitu, harus it's like
Coba we'll ask the audience. Do you guys hate for Hamish's preaching? No, kan? Yeah, no, we're waiting for it. No,
it's
please,
so
please
cool to
preach.
have a podcast with like 100 people. No, but you know, it's like we have like for diving. Indonesia tuh kayak Mekahnya
Yeah.
diving.
Mhm.
Every diver in the world, this is the bucket list to
Yes.
come here. I mean, just to give you an idea, like 1 meter persegi ya of organisms lautan yang ada di Papua, itu is the same as 1 kilometer persegi in the Bahamas. That's how rich and dense and diverse a marine ecosystem is. So it's like we're always like bingung kok kita nggak jaga apa yang kita punya. You know what I mean? It's something that it's sort of like a bit of a duh, like
Yeah.
why aren't we doing this? But it's exciting, you know, especially after the pandemic. Aku rasa juga makin banyak orang makin sadar ya dengan kemasan bekas pakai, dengan diving. Banyak banget yang mulai diving, tiba-tiba kayak pecinta laut, tiba-tiba jadi environmentalist,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
You know, like mungkin, sorry going off track a little
No.
bit, cuman kayak, you know, the pandemic, kalau mau lihat bagian positifnya buat yang plastic warriors ini pertama kalinya orang tuh sadar dengan kemasan yang diakumulasi di rumah tangga. Dulunya kan kalau makan breakfast atau makan siang, makan malam, sampahnya kan dibiarin di restoran kan nggak bawa pulang gitu kan. But for about 2 years, people are ordering their food, diantar ke rumah, and they see all the plastic, all the
Sampah
rubbish, all
banyak
the
gitu.
sampah. And this is a really good cultural shift that happened to us yang tiba-tiba banyak yang ninggalin kerjaan kantoran, pengen jadi environmentalist, pengen jadi ikut mitra untuk jaga lautan. It was quite an interesting shift actually, you know, the last couple of years.
Ada nggak tantangan or the challenges and probably that was a pandemic that helped shifted their kebiasaan or their habit, their mindset. Tapi saat approaching people who are not aware, who does not care about these issues, approachesnya seperti apa?
You know, that's such a good point. Karena gini, banyak orang di sini, this is a third world country. Banyak orang tuh hidup susah. The last thing that people want to think about is rubbish. Ya udah, yang penting warungku bersih, yang penting rumahku nggak ada kotoran. You know what I mean? Like they don't have the disposable income to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna recycle this, I'm gonna use this over and over. Cukup banyak pusingnya, ada yang punya mertua yang sakit, 3 anak, rumah belum lunas, ngapain mikirin sampah? You know, so this is something that we also have to understand at the humanitarian level juga. Banyak orang emang bukannya nggak peduli ya, tapi they don't have the time. They don't have the bandwidth to think about segregating and milah sampah and recycling. It's just not a system that's made for them just yet.
Dan berbicara tentang sampah, kita mau tahu juga Bu Susi kan tinggalnya di Pangandaran, Bu. Pastinya very very close to the ocean. Bisa lihat.
I'm so jealous, so jealous.
Who is not jealous? Pasti kita semua jealous ngelihat bagaimana laut yang begitu dekat literally and figuratively dengan Bu Susi, impactnya terhadap sampah-sampah terhadap laut dari pengalaman langsung Bu Susi itu seperti apa?
2 tahun
Throughout the
pandemic
years,
was very good
very good.
because nobody is coming.
Nobody came, yes.
So the ocean was just like belong to us only.
Yeah.
No rubbish. Sudah lama tidak pernah lihat turtle. I never see turtle in Pangandaran. But in the pandemic time, we swim and They come up. We don't see plastic. We don't see, yeah, maybe one or two, but that's because of rain or
Right.
because of the current. Tapi now the tourist is back. The beautiful Pangandaran, the ocean is clean. But once a while, when like Idul Fitri, Christmas, it's back again all over, and we need like 2 weeks to clean it up.
Okay.
So normally Pandu Laut regularly, my organization, Hamish is also there.
Mhm.
I still member of Pandu
Yeah,
Laut. So
I did a talk show with you
yeah,
guys. Yeah.
so we have normally gathering in Jakarta at that time before pandemic. Everybody, many also Kaka, slang, we all care.
Yep.
She has
And
the best gatherings.
so,
The
yeah,
best
because many
gatherings.
celebrities, many singer, we always get good food and a good entertainment.
And
That's
of course with the best intentions juga kan untuk membantu
best
yeah,
menjaga.
yeah.
Exactly.
All the coolest people trying to have a good meal, loving the
200
ocean.
influencer
Yes.
is in my house. So
Yeah.
normally we this is what I would like after pandemic. Pandemic is we basically retreat us a bit
Yep.
because we cannot put the gathering together. So I will start again to campaign to stop single-use plastic. Because what happened when the holiday in Pangandaran, Saturday, Sunday, Idul Fitri, the most of the rubbish is the plastic,
Yep.
single-use
Plastic
plastic.
waste. Okay.
Tempat makan, bungkus makanan, semua produk-produk sachet kan yang
Yep.
yang plastik-plastik, and then sedotan. So we try not to. Last week I was talking to my bupati
Yep.
to start putting perda
Mhm.
untuk membatasi pemakaian plastik sekali pakai. Karena bupatinya kan akan selesai tahun ini kalau tidak salah ada untuk pemilu sekaligus kan. Jadi saya bilang tinggalin satu dari kamu, saya tidak minta apa-apa, not request anything, make perda, make perbu, peraturan bupati to minimize the single use plastic. Either bag, either tempat makan, either sedotan. Kan itu persoalan besar.
Iya.
Kalau itu bisa dilakukan every office, every
Rumah tangga. Iya.
rumah
Iya.
tangga, they
Start
start
small.
doing
Yep.
it, it will be 1,000
Okay.
bottles,
Yeah.
1,000 food wrap, all will be gone from the trash
Okay.
area, and then will be gone from the sea. Because many TPA, Hamish, this is a bad thing. We think we put it into the box yang diambil oleh tukang sampah, oleh pemungut sampah, akan dibawa ke TPA.
Yeah.
But they not end up in TPA. They end up in the river, and the river goes to the sea.
The ocean, yes.
So, and then it's sad when you go around the ocean is so blue, so nice, the cloud, but you see it when you fishermen pulling the net. You know what they got?
Sampah-sampah.
80 to 90% is plastic bag, sendok, plastik, sedotan, bungkus makanan, and all. 80 to 90%. So it's 100 kilo, just 10 kilo fish.
Right.
So the study said it will be 2045 or 2050 will be in the ocean more plastic than fish.
Right.
But I think not 2050 or 2045.
It could be earlier.
No, it's already happening.
Now it's happening.
Yeah.
And this is something we have to tackle together. And salah satunya adalah through Hamish's initiative juga with your co-founder, which is Octopus, is trying to tackle with the waste management. Nah, Bu Susi is emphasizing on how important waste management is in preserving our ocean, but applying it in the everyday lives from your Octopus, how is it going so far?
The response has been quite amazing. I'll be honest, like the awal-awal waktu kita baru mulai kan ini ide baru.
Yeah.
Step back a little bit. So basically, what we do is we digitize the informal sector, pemulung, bank sampah. We change the whole system to make it like app-based, digitized, so we can. It's something that in the beginning was a lot of resistance because it was high tech, IT, mana ada pemulung yang ngerti tentang tech and stuff. Cuman what we were able to do was rebrand and empower women and we empower the pemulung, right? So with the digitized everything, we can see where our we changed it to pelestari. Namanya pelestari, nah, yeah, pelestari. So we can see where our pelestari are, we can see so we can ensure their safety. Before, kalau kita punya sampah, kita taruh sampahnya di depan rumah, terus malam-malam diambil sama petugas, udah nggak mau tahu kan. But this time, our pelestari untuk pertama kalinya masuk ke dalam rumah tangga, we train them, we have the background checkup, so it's all safety, apa namanya, user experience-nya enak. Jadi pelestari kita masuk, halo Bu, apa kabar, selamat pagi, they pick up your things, and then it's the interaction between this informal sector. We've empowered them. And sekarang pelestari kita sudah di atas UMR, you know, so it's pretty exciting. Yang tadinya it was a bit of dianggap kayak kerjaan yang subclass yang mungkin agak jorok atau nggak ada yang mau pikirin gitu kan. But we've empowered the whole pelestari status and it's really exciting.
And everyone can do it sebenarnya kan. Kayak semua juga bisa ngumpulin seperti Bu Susi katakan tadi. From households we can actually untuk menjaga
But
lingkungan.
it is not easy. Yeah, I want to share experience in my house.
Please.
So when we shop things and then we get all the clean carton, clean plastic, we try to put it. If I don't hide it, in 5 minutes, gone.
Udah hilang lagi.
Where is it? Oh, sudah dibuang ke tumpukan sampah. And then it's mixed again together with the kitchen.
Karena keterbiasaan from habit ya Bu ya. Yes.
So now when I get all the dry from packaging that's still clean, I hide it. So now I hide the waste of the packaging. Yeah. So because if I put it outside, it will be gone, and they're gonna put it again in the kitchen.
Right.
Absolutely. And this is awal-awal. I was trying to figure out how do I stop this situation. Jadi what we did was kita berikan nilai ke kemasannya, so you can get points, and points itu bisa dipakai buat voucher, buat makanan, buat minuman, buat data, buat listrik, buat all kind of stuff. So ada motivasi. In the beginning, I said to my team, I don't want to give incentives to people. Kayak I thought that it was insulting. Masa harus bayar orang Indonesia untuk jaga lingkungan? You know what I mean? But this was something yang thinking back again, it's like banyak orang yang emang hidup susah. You know what I mean? So I was like, how do we help their monthly contribution to the house, right? So we gave them the motivation with small incentives, and the reaction just went through the roof. Because kalau di luar negeri juga banyak voucher hunter, yang potong-potong di koran minta diskon. It's the same thing, you know. So di sini juga sama, and it was something that I didn't want to do. I was very anti giving people incentives. Cuman kayak pas kita ngelakuin itu, the motivation, segregasi udah mulai jelas. Yang megang rumah jadi pengen involve rumah tangga. Most of 87% of my users is mak rumah tangga.
Also the powerful mak kan, they're the powerful ones. Don't worry, right?
No, they're the boss. They're the ones that knows what's consuming.
Rumah tangga kecil gampang, kalau di rumahku terlalu banyak orang, udah hilang lagi. Shiftingnya ganti udah hilang lagi.
Buat rumah-rumah yang besar, rumah tangga yang besar biasanya ada yang mungkin 3-4 orang yang download aplikasi kita.
Oke. Nah, tadi kan katakan Bu Susi kalau rumah, walaupun we can start from our own houses to preserve the ocean, right? And we have to, Bu Susi. Tapi sebenarnya seperti apa sih peran yang paling penting? Is it komunitas kah? Atau is it like the influencers which yang suka gather at your house dan juga punya that great intention bekerja sama untuk membantu membersihkan Pangandaran dan juga terus memberikan informasi edukasi ke publik? Atau sebenarnya yang paling penting adalah peran pemerintah yang paling pertama? Nah, pengalaman Bu Susi
saya
from
pikir
all angles.
kita dan masyarakat. Pemerintah ya membantu dengan policy, dengan law enforcement. Pertama, encouragement policy. Mengajak, mengkampanyekan, itu tugas pemerintah saya pikir. Dan pemerintah tidak boleh berhenti untuk mengkampanyekan. Itu mengedukasi masyarakatnya. Tapi sebetulnya yang paling efektif adalah influencer mengedukasi sekelilingnya, mengkampanyekan what has been done. Mungkin kayak Hamish doing what you do, and you talk about it everywhere. You come to every podcast or invitation to share your experience.
I'm a rubbish man.
Yeah, but you do good for the, you know. Jadi ini yang penting, dan saya lihat kita ajak, kita advertise di Instagram. Oh, hari ini saya mau beach clean up. Ibu Susi datang, semua pada datang. Memang ujungnya ya 15 menit pungut sampah, yang 1 jam foto-foto, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I do it, no
Right.
problem. As long as my pantai is
Clean
bersih,
again.
it's fine.
Yes.
Ya. Itu apa upahnya? Upahnya to see my beach is clean.
Right.
So.
That's cool. I mean, sekarang everyone wants photos with her. Nobody wants photos with me anymore because
You give out
rubbish,
coupons. Yeah,
rubbish
but
is not entertaining.
well, you give out incentives. Right.
Oh, okay,
Right.
maybe
Right.
foto minta insentif gitu.
Iya.
No,
No,
yeah.
but they come, even anak-anak muda itu rajin semua
Iya.
datang karena pandu laut ada Ibu
Betul,
Susi.
iya.
Nanti mau foto sama Ibu Susi kan datang mereka. So,
The-
I'm using myself to attract the people untuk mau beach clean up, dan sambil itu juga kita terangin. Kemudian kita jelaskan bagaimana protein
Iya.
ini penting untuk AQ anak-anak Indonesia.
Yeah, I think for public figures, I think it's also important to be consistent
Yep.
and to be the fighter, not flaky and
Right.
kayak jadi berubah jadi orang
Mhm.
lain in the next 6 months. She's always been very consistent, very battling for the ocean.
Mhm.
So it's also it's nice to have Bu Susi
Yeah.
still on the front line, even though she broke her leg. She's still fighting for the ocean. She's the
Malah
most.
lebih menakutkan.
Nah,
Iya kan?
I was about to say, Bu, and yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
that's a tool. True.
Bahkan di beberapa tempat di Pacitan di mana itu di pinggir pantai buang sampah sembarangan tenggelamkan. Mereka pakai karika.
Nah, itu
I
dia
love it.
langsung tepuk tangan.
Mereka pakai karika fotoku yang lagi begini melotot-melotot.
Tapi nggak apa-apa, Bu, yang penting the oceans is
no
clean and
problem,
preserved.
you know.
Okay.
I mean, that's the message we need to
Meme,
have.
meme segitu jelek juga tidak apa-apa. Yang important orang takut buang sampah.
Betul. Karena untuk the future, masa depan.
Ya, kemarin
Iya.
saya kasih tahu sama Pak Bupati Pangandaran, kan dia tanya di tempat kita bersih,
Ya.
kenapa? Put the regulation when you go to our compound, you will see on the whiteboard, kalau buang sampah sembarangan denda 500.000, 250.000 kalau buang puntung rokok. Yang lapor dapat 50%.
insentif juga.
It's such a
Jadi
simple
kita
thing.
tidak perlu polisi. Saya bilang nanti saya sumbang plang untuk pengumuman di Pangandaran. Denda 500.000, yang lapor dapat 250. Tidak perlu Satpol PP, semua akan jadi polisi
Betul.
sampah.
Dan semua akan menjaga
Benar
kan
nggak?
itu.
The simple things
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
nggak maksudnya nggak semua pantai ada tempat sampah loh.
Iya.
You know
Iya,
what I mean?
benar.
It's
Yeah.
just a simple stuff like Bu Susi just said. It's just that it's also not so easy to apply because there's 17,000 islands.
Yep.
It's a lot of ocean, a lot of coastline.
Mhm.
But what she's talking about is so simple, and that's we got to keep it simple.
Yeah. True. And keeping things simple, dan seperti katakan tadi, attracting people, bring them to the beaches, showing them the beauty of our ocean. Banyak yang misalkan sekarang, let's say kita mulai dari usia dini deh, ya kan? We go traveling, we go diving. Dan kita biasa suka ngajak keluarga. Pendidikan ke anak-anak sedari dini, because they will be the future. Mereka menjadi masa depan. They will be the future guards of the ocean. Ini bagaimana? How can we teach the children, especially Indonesians, to actually love and also preserve our ocean?
For me, I take my grandkids, my all the friends, school, anak-anak sekolah biasanya dulu sebelum pandemi kita ada acara di in auditorium, so giving the money incentive, so 5,000 to watch the
Memang harus mau gak mau ya, Bu ya.
BBC Blue Planet and the oceans, so they can see. That's actually, and also Google. Goggle. I give goggle to the kids in the beach. You know why? Sometimes we go diving in area in the island, in Raja Ampat or in Bunaken or anywhere. And many kids, the local kids, they watch us snorkeling or diving for hours and hours. And they think, what do you see? Because they swim, but they
Right.
cannot see anything. Matanya pedes, tidak bisa lihat di air garam, they cannot. So what I do, I give them goggles. And then they swim, merinding aku.
Yeah.
And they're so happy. The face is like, no, I can see. That's a good thing, you know.
This is ours. We have to preserve it. We have to protect it.
Before and we don't even think.
Yeah.
We always ask, kamu jangan buang sampah ya. You don't put any rubbish in the
Ocean.
sea, in the oceans, in the beach, but they don't understand why. No,
Yeah.
when we give them goggle, no, they see it, how beautiful it is. So give them the eye, the feeling. give them the opportunity for them to
Mhm.
see it.
Right.
You know, like the fishermen, the fishermen who bomb the what you call it, the the
Yeah.
reefs, the
Mhm.
terumbu karang, and so on. Many of them they don't know that.
Mhm.
The fishermen who drag the net, bottom line net, they also don't know really what, because they never see.
Yeah.
They only see it in business wise.
Right.
But that's greed.
Yep.
When we talk about the fishermen with the trawlers
Mhm.
and seabed
Mhm.
fishing, that is about greed.
Greed.
It's also very, very big threat to the
Mhm.
ocean.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, just to continue on, Bu Susi was talking about more children.
Mhm.
I think for us, what we've been focusing on is the next generation of, well, it was Bu Susi and it was my generation.
Mhm.
Now I'm trying to focus on the next
Yes.
generation. So we've been handpicking the young marine biologists untuk kayak berikan contoh untuk anak-anak
Mhm.
bahwa it's actually quite important to have that position now because dulunya not not all kids want to be marine biologists. I
Right.
don't know too many
Mhm.
young kayak the next generation. So we've been empowering and promoting and showing kayak beautiful girls, beautiful, good-looking guys, but they're marine biologists and they're passionate out on the front line, and they're out di pesisir dari NTT, like all like in Papua, and they're out there, and it's something that we've actually been promoting. How jadi banyak orang tuh nggak ngerti in conservation itu apa. Banyak
Mhm.
banyak yang mikir itu cuma berenang-berenang di laut,
Mhm.
foto-foto, this kind of stuff, but it's kind of like there's a lot of science. Pendidikannya lumayan, itu level yang sangat tinggi ya.
Yep.
There's a lot of data control, a lot of sampling, a lot of scientific work.
Yes.
So we've been showing this to give inspiration for the next generation to take ownership of what's theirs.
Yeah.
So we've been yeah, we work with NGOs yang dari luar negeri,
Mhm.
but we're really trying to make sure that the local kids want to ambil S1
Jump in, yes.
di marine
Yeah.
biology and really focus on how important and understand
And how
how
impactful it will be as well, not only for today, but also for the
for the
future.
future. But it's
Exactly.
very exciting to see the enthusiasm of like the young
Yep.
kids now in comparison to a long time ago when I was in my 20s. No, but I really senang aja
Yeah.
lihat makin banyak anak-anak tuh emang ambil S1
Yeah.
yang ada hubungan sama lautan. I feel a lot more comfortable because nothing wrong with people trying to
Mhm.
protect it, but there was more nggak begitu banyak anak-anak lokal
Mhm.
gitu kan. So I feel really excited with who's taking charge
Yep.
and taking ownership at the
Mhm.
moment because there's a lot of really smart kids, man, yang
Mhm.
kayak ada yang dari Solo,
Yeah.
ada yang dari Bali, ada yang dari Jakarta. I feel like this is a bit different
Yeah.
than what it
Smart, and they
was,
feel responsible to.
and they're doing
Yeah.
so
Yes.
good. They're doing so good. Just an example, last November kita ada rapid assessment 2 minggu. Kita ke NTT dari Sumba Barat, Sular Mangkudu sampai ke Sabure Jua sampai ke Rota. Itu kayak cuma sekitar 2 minggu. Dan kita temukan 6 spesies baru. Itu gara-gara anak-anak ini yang ambil sampling, yang it
Wow.
was something yang I want to give them a round of applause.
Yeah. Boleh tepuk
That's-
tangannya. Let's give them the highest appreciation.
Ini maksudnya aku tuh, I feel I'm so proud
Mhm.
of Indonesian kids right now because they're really
Yep.
deep diving and really focusing on protecting our ocean. That goes out to you, Nesha and Abi. If you're watching this, that was a shout out to you guys.
Okay, let's give them another round of applause. Langsung berjuang khusus ya.
Thrive
Yeah.
Conservation collaboration sama Indonesian Ocean Pride.
Mhm.
It's a lot of exciting frontline work happening.
Okay. Hopefully there will be more to come as well. Okay, sekarang Bu Susi dan juga Hamish, we will jump into the question and answer session since sudah ada beberapa pertanyaan masuk. And once again, I would like to invite, saya ingin mengundang semuanya yang join virtually and also those of you who are here di @America secara langsung. Please do post your questions through our Instagram, our YouTube, or our Twitter to ask to our speakers today on how are probably on their views regarding ocean conservation. Langsung saja, ini saya bacakan Bu Susi dan Hamish. For the first question, it's from, let's see, from Anin, and this is for both speakers. Anin is asking, for both speakers, we hear a lot of phrase of save the turtles when we see someone using anything plastic, but mostly plastic straws. But how efficient does using less plastic actually save the turtles and also the ocean lives overall. Mungkin dari Bu Susi tadi kan sudah sempat cerita bagaimana sudah rindu melihat turtles.
Ya, saya lihat kalau makin banyak plastik, plastiknya kemakan oleh turtle atau ada juga turtle yang kena nets, akhirnya turtle itu makin hilang kan
Ya.
dari pantai kita. Nah, tapi sebetulnya bukan sekedar plastik saja. Penangkapan turtle di beberapa tempat itu diambil daging, diambil telur. Telurnya itu kadang-kadang disisain satu pun tidak, satu lubang ada ratusan juga diambil semua. Karena ada kepercayaan telur penyu itu bisa bikin seperti aphrodisia.
Iya.
Nah, jadi akhirnya banyak turtle diburu telurnya. So, yang saya pikir itu ya sama saja dengan telur ayam, apa is a protein ya sebetulnya. Jadi, nah kalau plastik ya sangat jelas tadi dalam hasil research yang sudah ada dalam 20 tahun lagi itu akan lebih banyak plastik daripada biota laut ikan termasuk turtle.
Yep.
So yes, plastic is affecting the turtle population and also affecting other biota of oceans.
Yep.
Anything else like fish, shrimps, they all, of course,
Plastic,
is
yeah.
affected by the plastic.
Yes.
And the second, the comfort, the if Indonesia wanna run tourism in wisata bahari, and you don't care with this, then nobody will make money.
True.
The people, the tourists will not come because your beach is so dirty.
Yes.
So not only turtle, but us
Us
is
humans.
also.
Thank you Bu Susi. From your point of view.
Kayaknya udah dijawab sama Bu Susi ya.
Semuanya udah diambil.
No, Anin, thanks for the question. I mean, look, kalau buat sedotan itu video yang sangat viral ya. Itu dan it's very sad yang ada sedotan yang masuk ke dalam
Ya,
hidung
itu
kura-kura turtle. Cuman itu juga causing sangat banyak awareness juga video itu.
Ya.
So in a way it's actually banyak banget yang nanya itu.
Yeah.
Plastic is very visual.
Right.
You see it on the pantai, di video-video seperti itu. Cuman ya tadi Bu Susi bilang turtles juga terancam dengan banyak hal-hal yang lain juga. Overfishing, bycatch, a lot of habitatnya juga udah terancam, bombing, a lot of stuff, a lot of factors. I mean, but that video caused a lot of awareness. Yang mungkin Anin juga bukan pelaut, but she saw that and she's asking us. So that was a big impact actually that actually happened. So in a way, media and social media
Yep.
itu juga berperan sangat penting juga, in this situation.
Because the picture speaks 1,000 words, apalagi kalau ada video yang muncul, orang semakin akan tergugah. Oke, kita akan ke pertanyaan selanjutnya. We also have another question, and this is from Febrian. Febrian, ini bertanya untuk Bu Susi. Bu Susi, recently I read some articles related to sea sand export. What's your input regarding this issue, and how does this affect our marine lives? Silakan Bu.
Exploitations, extractions of any nature resources is always double impact. Good in economy, but not good for environment. So sand export, or basically exploitation of mines of sand, they cover it up with sedimentations because they need for sailing past the boat. It's fine, but normally the one that is commercially valuable is not the one from sedimentasi, bukan dari pendalaman alur, but sand that is really sand, that you can make a nice beach, you can make a nice islands, that you can make some even sand with quartza. Well, I don't know in English the name of the plastic yang buat kaca kan ya. Nah, jadi ya it's good, definitely not good. If we want to export, it's even more crazy. Why? Because if we do want to mine sand, we still need sand. There's a lot of place north of Java are underwater. So if you want to help, then first help ourselves. So to uplift
Mhm.
the coastal line that is paying down. So other than that, is of course because when you mine sand, the nature, the compound where the biota of ocean space and anything else, they have gulma where they have their nursery.
Yep.
It will be destroyed.
Sorry.
So there's not good about it. So
Okay. So that was your view, and hopefully it has answered Febrian's question. Thank you, Bu
yeah.
Susi. Terima kasih, Febrian, for the question.
I love going number 2 here. She answers all the questions. I could just tinggal duduk manis aja.
Yeah. Wait, this next question is for you, Hamish.
This son had been requesting many interviews to me, but I said I will answer in my Twitter, which I said, look, I just prayed the ocean's gonna get mad at you. You destroy the ocean.
Padahal kita harusnya betul-betul menjaga bersama-sama ya Bu Susi ya. Oke, sekarang tadi kan kata Hamish enak cuma duduk doang karena Bu Susi udah ngambil semua jawabannya. Sekarang
Yang
berikutnya
ringan-ringan dong. Yang ringan
pertanyaannya
dong,
itu for
pertanyaan dong.
Hamish. Oke. Nah, ini bisa
What
based.
Hamish thinks about the sand.
Oh, there you
my
go.
God,
There
come
you
on.
go. This is from
Ah,
Bu Susi
yeah,
herself,
you
Hamish.
fight, you fight, right? So go. Answer, not just me.
It's not for me. The question is from Bu
Yeah.
Susi.
I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back.
Come on.
No, I mean, look, to displace any natural, items from anywhere, it's not good. You can't. The idea of reclamation is something that is not natural.
Yep.
It's good economically, but it's gonna destroy the environment. I mean, the idea of displacing anything natural from anywhere is a disaster. I think it's also you have to also support the local people, the maritime people, and also have to support the one of the biggest industries in the world here in Indonesia. Yeah, the industry pariwisata. You know, when you're taking away beaches in order to raise economies in different areas, even di luar negeri, something that we have to reconsider. You know, it's almost impossible to monitor and to police every beach in this country. You know, it's almost impossible. But you know, it's you're shifting something that's natural. It's devastating. It's devastating for almost a short-term goal. So it's something that I'm not a sand expert, but when you're taking out lagoons, you're taking out something that's used to the tide. Look, sand does move. It shifts with the tide. It moves up and down. Um, abrasi. I mean, it's quite normal for this kind of shift. But when you're taking out enough to build new towns and new cities, that's a that's a man-made disaster. You know. So it's something that I don't feel too comfortable talking too much about it because I'm not an expert there. But you know, you're obviously causing damage that's not going to be able to recover ever again.
We have really, once again, reconsider all
And
steps.
sun is getting less,
Yeah.
not getting more in the
Yes.
world, in our planet.
Mhm.
So the if you count the numbers, the of sand is getting less.
Mhm.
It's yeah. I mean, with abrasi, with a lot of even where I grew up, you know, in Seminyak,
Yeah.
Pantai Kuta.
Mhm.
When I was a kid, there was like another 300 meters of beach.
Yep.
No, maybe like 200 meters of beach. Now it's like it's coming up.
It's getting less.
It's and that's the main touristic island that
Right.
everyone sees.
They say,
Imagine,
oh yeah, the sea level rise,
Rises.
but it's also because the sand is also being away.
Mhm.
the sand is out. People are building too close. There's a
Mhm.
lot of sand is quite it's powerful. It protects the coastline like mangroves. It's a lot of stuff that we can't. It's better we don't even touch it because it's a lot of damage caused because of us shifting and changing the natural environment. So it's yeah.
And
Human interventions
Yep.
in the nature normally are cause disaster.
How
Normally
bad are
cause-
humans? I hate humans.
Oh, I know.
They're terrible.
Aren't we
Terrible.
aren't we the worst?
No, we are. We are the worst, man.
But then again,
We should intervene in the good things,
yes,
not
exactly.
in mind things.
Yep.
If everything you just mind,
Right.
like fish.
Right.
Fish you should fish them, fishing,
Mhm.
not mine.
Mhm.
Like trawlers, everything that is mine. That is like you exploit,
Right.
extract
Yeah.
in the mining
Yeah.
way.
Like you mentioned before, it's
Yeah,
from
just-
greed.
Yeah,
Yes.
greed.
No, yeah. It's now these days. It's not fishing to catch a species. It's fishing to deplete.
Yep.
It's really the way systems are with the per se nets. Everything is. I'm
Yeah.
preaching to the
Yeah.
choir. Sorry. I don't mean to say it. But
But-
like now the fishing, what's happening is because there's less and less fish. It's just now it's just whatever they can get.
Yeah, human is always looking for a better technology.
True.
Better technology means it's more sophisticated,
Yep.
more efficient, more effective, and more destructive.
Mm.
Because they just want all.
They take more and
So,
more and
yeah.
more.
So the net is getting smaller
Mhm.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they always want more.
Humans.
Humans. Hopefully, there are time for us to become better.
Maybe one day
although we
the
are already the worst.
artificial intelligence gonna talk
Oh.
and disgusting.
I'm so scared. Don't
Yeah,
talk about. I get freaked out.
I know, artificial intelligence. Let's take a step back.
I'm gonna eat
You know,
artificial fish.
this human has all this greed.
Right.
Let's do something to them. You know,
right.
maybe AI will fix it.
Yeah.
You know what we're scared about
Exactly.
that they're gonna
Take over.
yeah, take over or remoting.
Yep.
Something with us
Yeah.
for better thing.
So before that happens, we have to take
So-
our part right now.
Yeah, we better do
Yes,
something now.
exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, and now we would like to ask, noting about you said how you saw from where you grew up how the sand on the coastline decreases throughout the years. It's how important for people to actually datang langsung, melihat langsung, merasakan langsung. That's why you have been campaigning all the time, giving goggles, giving the mask to children so they can see underwater the beauty of it. Nah, sekarang kita mau tanya juga untuk mereka datang langsung to become a responsible visitor. Kan nggak mungkin semuanya has the luxury of growing up on an island atau tinggal di Pangandaran. Tapi bagaimana bisa kayak mengajak orang melihat langsung, tapi kan belum tentu semuanya punya habit yang bertanggung jawab ya Bu. Itu bagaimana mereka tetap bisa bertanggung jawab? Apakah cukup dengan papan-papan aja atau harus ada yang lebih keras lagi?
Ya, papan itu kan tadi ada enforcementnya,
Iya.
suruh bayar.
Heeh.
And the police-nya kan,
Kalau anak-anak kecil gitu
Iya.
Bu, misalkan.
anak-anak kecil ya,
Anak-anak muda gitu.
they have to start from school. They have to start from the parenting.
Dari
Also
rumah.
educate the parents by media social is one of the things that's very important. I keep making and talking in my Twitter, in my Instagram about how beautiful is nature, oceans, and how bad is the plastic
Yep.
waste and things like that. So to to make people aware, to make people understand, and then to show people how fun is the ocean. I also show them how paddling is, surfing. That's also not many. Before and I'm the only one. Like 7 years ago, nobody paddling.
I can't even paddleboard.
Yeah. No,
She's-
there is so many community of paddle. You know, I always said because I'm already already so old.
Yep.
It's so dangerous to have basically rough sport on the land. The paddle is very good because when I fall down, I fall in the ocean. You know, so in the water, which is much more safe for us. And it's so it give you those blue cloud, the oceans and everything. It's just a great
Absorb
liberation,
everything and
freedom,
langsung, yeah.
and it's a great thing. And that's what I try to campaign in my media social.
Iya, aku rasa juga orang tua berperan sangat
Iya.
penting ya di sini untuk kayak extra effort untuk ajak anak ke pantai, untuk ajak anak untuk trip, even if it's to Bali, ke Lombok, ke NTB, NTT. It's not even kalau di Jakarta ajak aja ke Pulau Seribu. There's a lot of stuff that it's not. It's an extra effort from the parents. I think in order for the next generation to really fall in love with Indonesian ocean, you know, it's not. You can't just say, "Ya udah nonton dong" atau belajar dong. You can't really do that to kids. You have to. They're gonna. The leader is the parents.
Right.
So it's quite important for the parents to make them fall in
Yeah.
love with the ocean.
Yeah, and involve them in the experiences so they can actually kayak tertanam di memorinya.
You know what? I don't want to pressure my kid. I want to throw. I'll be honest. Anakku masih belum bisa berenang. Cuman I don't want to push her. I don't want to push her because kita tinggal di Jakarta.
Take her to Pangandaran so she can
Okay.
play with
There you
my
go.
granddaughter.
There you go.
You know
Yeah.
that. Thank you for the invite.
And the
You all
invitation-
heard
wait,
that.
The invitation is for the daughter kan Bu
For
ya?
the
Iya.
so
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
there you
Yeah.
go.
No, I mean, look, waktu aku umur 4 tahun, I was
Yeah.
already surfing and
Mm-mm.
stuff like that, and I have a lot of friends like marine biologists,
Yeah.
scientists yang taruh pressure anaknya sampai anaknya the last thing they want to do is protect the ocean. So
Okay.
I'm like,
You're scared of
dia
actually,
pakai
yeah, yeah.
floaties masih bisa pakai.
Uh-uh.
She likes to jump on my back,
Mhm.
but masih belum terlalu confident I'm trying my best, but I don't want to push her
Yeah.
because I don't want her to be turned off. So anyway, it's a lot of pressure for parents juga untuk kayak mengajar the next generation. Even if the parents nggak jago berenang atau bukan diver, it's the effort to show, hey, lautan ini punya kalian loh. This is your ocean. You
Kalian
gotta
jaga
protect
ya
it.
nanti ya. This will be your responsibility nanti untuk kita bersama.
Yeah,
Ya,
yeah,
oke.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Alright.
Saya lagi pikir salah satu ide tuh untuk kayak orang-orang Jakarta, I think they have struggle and maybe they also don't have enough money to go to example like Pulau Seribu to see the coastal, the beach, the thing. Maybe it's good to have like RT, RW, apa ada. I start thinking just now
Yeah.
after how to encourage people to like maybe like paying the trip for them.
Hmm.
Per RW berapa orang gitu kan. Ya, I will think.
Kayak field
That's-
trip gitu ya.
To
That's
collect
really cool.
donations money and
okay.
then
That's really
to
cool.
continue
Yeah.
this sustainable, like giving gaggle to the kids in the
Hmm.
in Raja Ampat,
Yes.
in many
Yep.
oceans area.
Buat yang kurang paham maksudnya kita tuh, like the goggle thing, it might not sound like anything, but when you give a kid a goggle yang he grew up in this island, tapi dia belum pernah
Karena pedes matanya.
ada sih kacamata yang buatan yang pakai botol yang kayu gitu kan, like when the Bajo family, but when you give them a goggle and they go under, it's like
Clear views.
in that 30 seconds you change their life, you know, and it's quite emotionally amazing experience actually to give a
Like
goggle
from someone blind
Mhm.
before and then they get
tiba-tiba
the
bisa lihat.
help
Yeah.
It's
to see kan.
it's quite incredible to I'm really
Yeah.
connecting with this because it's like it's the coolest thing to see.
Oke, bisa langsung lihat seperti apa perubahan ekspresinya. Speaking of, Raja Ampat and all those diving spots, ini ada pertanyaan regarding daerah Ambon. Ini pertanyaannya dari Juliandro yang baru masuk. Pertanyaan mungkin Hamish, you can start answering this question. What will you do to educate people so they could preserve and sustain the ocean? Because many people in Ambon still dump most of their waste into the ocean. Is it through goggles or are there any other extra effort for the kids?
Look, it's like I said, people just want to have the convenience. It's not up to if there's a system. Obviously, the local PEM, the local government have to be involved as well. I haven't spent enough time to really dictate or make recommendations of what people should be doing in Ambon, but it's basically there's unfortunately kalau di tempat pesisir there's not many options, is there? You bury it or you burn it, so it emang belum ada banyak tempat tuh nggak ada sistem, but it's something that also has to take initiative from rumah tangga juga and for makin luar pakai kepala desa, you know what I mean? I feel like it's something that is a collaborative idea that has to happen together. Kayak I wanna like scream at people for doing this, but like they don't know any better. Nggak ada pengaturan, itu nggak ada Bu Susi untuk taruh pelang di pantai atau tempat sampah. You know what I mean? I feel like it's also it comes down to pendidikan juga ya, pendidikan, education, belum ada aturannya juga. So this is something that has to be taken to attention on a local level for sure. So it's I can't speak on behalf of the kepala desa and what they're doing, but it's something that has to be part of the anggaran for sure.
Nah, kalau dari Bu Susi bagaimana? Harus menjemput bola sejauh apa nih Bu Susi?
The people who already understand, who already know, who already aware, who have the passion, they have to take initiative. So the person who give question, I forgot the name,
Juliandro.
Juliandro, start a movement, actions in Ambon to campaign that people has to stop throwing waste to the oceans or to the beach. So you have to start. So Pak Juliandro have to start.
Karena mulai dari awareness atau kesadaran dulu.
So you already have question, mean you are aware. When you are aware, please also take your friends, your family to start. So that's how we start.
Yeah.
That's how I start.
Start small dan kita
Yeah.
berkolaborasi jadinya.
So,
ya.
Pak
One
Juliandro give question mean he is aware.
Mhm.
So then start doing something.
one thing that's I
Yeah.
want to add on to that, Juliandro, like it's quite interesting. Kayak kalau kita udah mulai, you'll be surprised how many people will follow you.
Hmm.
You'll be
Yes.
surprised. Just to make that first start is always the resistance. Kayak iya nggak ya, iya
Iya,
nggak,
iya.
iya. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing
Right.
not? Tapi kayak when you start doing something that's positive, you'll be surprised how many people will want to join you as well. So maybe he can start a movement or
Okay.
join a
What's-
movement yang udah ada
Okay,
gitu.
Yeah,
tapi-
when you start
Yeah.
and you do it, you also will have your satisfaction that, oh, I have done it.
Hmm.
You know, to do things good is also a satisfaction. And
Okay.
Pak Juliandro can do that.
Oh, okay. Nah, I would like to ask, walaupun kita ada self satisfaction when we do good, mungkin to actually have an impact. Oh, okay, we speak of Bu Susi, Hamish. Okay, you have influence di masyarakat because you are a public figure. Tapi untuk masyarakat mungkin who am I? Masa mulai dari saya emang bisa menginfluence people? Kayak mungkin banyak yang masih meragukan
when
gitu.
you do something, not only impact to masyarakat and people because you're not an influencer,
Hmm.
but when you do it, you will feel good.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm just alone sometimes in the sea paddling,
Mhm.
and then I see plastic mie atau plastic apa terapung-apung. I just grab it,
Mhm.
and when I try hard sometimes and I have to go down
Yeah.
from my paddle and get it.
Mhm.
And when I get it, I was so happy. It's like,
Berhasil, got it, I
Yeah.
finally, yes.
Yeah.
and that's happiness.
Yep.
It's give you the endorphin, a trigger energy
And then
when you're happy.
ya, dan lagi untuk kita
Satisfied-
doing good lagi
satisfied.
nanti akan
Yeah.
mulai kayak small stuff
Yeah.
nanti akan terakumulasi
And
jadi
then
big.
when you are happy
Yep.
doing things, the people will be attracted.
Mm.
Can I
That's
ask?
nature.
Oh, sorry, I want to ask.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Sorry. You were one of the first women I've seen paddleboarding,
Yeah.
right? And I'm sure that you were probably one of the first ones in Pangandaran.
The first one in Indonesia, the
Okay.
beginning.
And how cool is that? And can I ask, di Pangandaran sekarang ada berapa paddleboarders?
Paddleboarders in Pangandaran is not really that many because the waves are very high. So maybe 50 to 100, but a lot of kayaker, kano. Salah satu juara nasional dayung dari
Mhm.
Pangandaran. Tapi paddling is not easy in Pangandaran. Surfer a lot. So like tourists is big ocean. But in Jakarta, quite many. Now the SUV community is more than thousands now.
What I'm trying to say is she was one of the first ones to get out there. And because she did it first, everyone joined in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like
In
if you-
Jakarta, in Lampung, in Bali, in NTT, no, it's starting though.
Yes.
Many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you start something, people will join in.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, I feel like it's not the people are waiting. Kayak, humans are like kayak it's like sheep, like domba. You know, they wanna see if this domba is gonna get attacked. But if this domba succeeds, all the domba are gonna
Ngikutin
ikutan. You
ya,
know, so I
aha.
feel like it's really cool. This is harus mulai aja. You have to just start, just do it. You
Yeah.
know?
Start.
Langsung mulai aja.
You
Start. There
start,
you go.
you do it, you happy, you feel good, you get more energy from your happiness.
Okay. More energy from the happiness.
Ya.
Oke. Dan sepertinya mungkin karena waktu sudah habis nggak kerasa, ini udah almost it's already 8 p.m. Probably we have one more question left. Hopefully ini soalnya mirip-mirip dari Budiman dan Hilmi. Ini terkait dengan climate change. About climate change, how can we mitigate the impacts on ocean and the ecosystem? And what we need for tackling climate issues are scale. I mean, individual awareness is important, but there must be some enabler. What do you think it is? How can we mitigate, and what is the enabler to fight climate change, especially and impact the ocean?
The damage that's happened with the climate change right now, I already say the damage because it's already happening. We already affected. The temperature is higher. Jakarta in the last 1 month, I think it's always above 33, 36, 38. So, and then the sea level rise is also already everywhere. Many flood, many things happening. And then one of the thing is that the wind,
Yep.
the
Yes.
raining season, the dry season is changing. So everybody has to think climate change is not later. It's
Mhm.
already right now and we feel it.
Yep.
And if we continue ignore it, that it's just gonna get worse.
Worse.
So how can we do something? It's need a big effort from
Mhm.
everyone. So let's start from ourselves.
Mhm.
Throw less waste
Mhm.
to the nature. The second, plant a trees at least once a day if you can, if not once a week.
Mhm.
Any plant,
Mhm.
maybe small flower, anything. For what?
Mhm.
To make the earth is more green.
Yep.
Trees, the big trees
Mhm.
is even better.
Mhm.
So if every one of us
Take part.
here in
Mhm.
this room alone,
Mhm.
I don't know how many thousand who
Yeah.
watch, promise to yourself, tomorrow I will start once a week planting the trees.
Mhm.
Tomorrow I will start picking up any garbage or any rubbish that I found, plastic garbage especially, and take care of it.
Mhm.
If we do that massively, just 50% of Indonesian is already 150 million,
Yep.
almost 300
Mhm.
million, 150 million trees
Mhm.
every week.
So that's starting small and then with a great big impact on its
Yes.
way. Okay. Thank you, Bu Susi. And Hamish, from your point of view.
Carbon emission. Oh my God, such a heavy topic. It's such a heavy
Mhm.
topic. I've been preaching and lecturing about no plastic,
Yep.
no this. I've been at a war with
Mhm.
plastic for a decade.
Yep.
And baru-baru setelah pandemic, orang baru mulai paham about
Mhm.
plastic. Now it's a whole new war for carbon emission. It's not a war. It's so new,
Mhm.
and a lot of people don't understand like how they can help. Apa yang kita bisa
Yeah.
lakukan untuk ngebantu untuk turunin derajat.
Mhm.
It's just such an intense. When
Mhm.
people think about it, it's like so. Personally, my team and I, we've been. This is such a new thing, right? So this is we focus very much on recycling.
Right.
Recycling. We don't need to make virgin material items. We're trying to lower emission that way.
Mhm.
We have a low emission organization. Our pemulung is on
Yeah.
foot, and our pelestari is on foot, and we're asset light, meaning like we don't own things. We we try to very focus on the emission.
Yeah.
We're trying to sekarang kayak masih pelan-pelan untuk ngajarin our users. Jadi kayak udah kalau recycling botol sama kita, itu muncul
Mhm.
berapa carbon emission you're saving. Muncul di aplikasi untuk mulai pelan-pelan ngajarin
Edukasi, ya.
edukasi.
Mhm.
Education right now is very, very crucial because people don't know
Yep.
how to lower the temperature. But like Bu Susi said, you can see it. Ke Jakarta Utara aja udah kelihatan. You
Mhm.
go to the wall, it's just like there's water, the wall, and there's a kampong.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like it's real. It's
Yeah.
not. It's the numbers are there. It's real. But a lot of people say like, no matter what I do, how can I change
Mhm.
anything?
Yeah.
So I'm just when sharing aja what
Mhm.
we're doing is we're trying to really focus on lowering emissions by household emissions by recycling and sort of putting items where they need to be.
Mhm. And that's a very great idea to actually show them on the application bahwa they're actually making an impact, however small.
Yeah, so a certain amount of kilos that you're recycling through
Mhm.
us ada juga equals to planting so amount of
Mhm.
trees.
Yep.
Jadi there's a lot of this sort of language
Yep.
yang masih awam banget ya,
Mhm.
masih belum pernah kepikiran. So it's like now it's like, oh ternyata segitu banyak pohon.
Yeah.
Kalau there's a lot of education on
Yeah.
that. I feel like at the moment I'm focusing on education
Mhm.
before I can say harus begini, harus begitu.
Mhm.
There's not enough regulations just yet,
Mhm.
but I'm just trying to keep it light because this is a long battle
Yep.
for us.
Mhm. And kita harus prepare ourselves bersama-sama karena it's a battle we have to fight together.
Cannot be just yourself, so because weather,
Yep.
climate
Yeah.
it's around
Globally,
us.
semuanya satu
Yeah,
dunia, Bu.
it's
Iya.
where we are.
Yep. Mhm.
It's a universe of
Yeah.
us.
And we only all have one Earth dan juga ocean kita that connects us.
Yeah,
Semua negara-negara, all continents are
yeah.
connected by the
Semua
ocean.
kita
Iya.
terkonek karena the ocean.
Okay. Nah,
So
close things off. We are connected by the ocean. Tapi boleh nggak minta one word that describes the ocean from your point of view? Hamish, ocean.
Life.
Bu Susi?
Life and continuity of
One word, Bu.
That's cheating.
One-
You have more than one word.
One
That's
word,
more,
Bu.
that's more than one word.
Bu. Yeah. Okay, continuity, kemanusiaan. Fair? Yeah.
humanity.
Humanity. Okay, baik. Life and humanity. Buat tepuk tangannya, since we have a live audience. Terima kasih Ibu Susi Pudjiastuti dan juga Hamish Daud for sharing your thoughts and also your pengalaman with us today. Dan with this, I say Erwin, thank you once again for your participation, also your questions. We're sorry if we have not yet read your question and also answered it, tapi terima kasih for your participation and also your enthusiasm. Dan dengan ini, saya akan kembalikan mikrofonnya kepada MC kita, Shadila. Silakan.
All right, thank you so much, Bu Susi, Kak Hamish, and Kak Sarah for making our talk tonight very insightful. And thank you so much for everyone who has joined. For more episodes and other events, don't forget to check out our social media. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at ATAmerica. You can also go to our website at www.atamerica.or.id. Again, my name is Adila, and I will see you at the next At America event. Bye bye.